Good evening, and welcome to tonight's Thundering Thursday. We were taking a look at the new Maginot Line box starter set for Flames of War, featuring a German and a French force. So let's get this wrapper off and let's have a closer look. And welcome back. As you can see from the back of the box even, unlike the Dunkirk set, this starter set is more about the tanks rather than the infantry. So let's have a better look inside. So lots of wonderful things as expected. So what do we get? Well, like the Dunkirk starter, we get the Panzer III / Stug tanks, and then we get a baggie of others. So let's have a look. We get the Suma S35. So again, I'll have a close look at all of these in a moment. Then we get the Hotchkiss H35, the German Pak 36 anti-tank gun, which will also make the Nebelwerfer for those players that want to werf some Nebels. And then we get the Panzer II, which is quite an interesting little kit because we get two identical hull, slightly different hull tops. One hull bottom, and unlike other smaller tanks, we only get the one turret option. So, but we do get two different bustles and a couple of different hatch options. So I'm not sure what versions that will make. We'll have to have a look at the destructions with that, but we'll have a close look at that in a moment. And then we get the French infantry. Oh no, first of all we get the German gun team. So you get two gun crews and the small command option. And then we get the French infantry, two of these sprues. So we'll again have a look at those in a moment. German tank crew in resin, infantry bases, 5 grey and 5 green dice, rulebook, unit cards, quick start guide, and of course the destructions. with the suggested layout for the infantry, for the motor fusilier platoon, and for the Germans. Yes, it can be made as the Panzer II or the 2B. Then, as I said, the Panzer III can also be made as the Stug. So, let's have a closer look at some of these sprues and things. So, the rulebook, as usual, comes in a baggie. So in addition to the new box smell, we get a separate waft of the new book smell. So we get a little potted history of the war, then the actual rules, and then we get a little section covering the 4 main protagonists, and then on to missions and things. And then we get to the unit cards. So we get the French and the German. So the German, as usual, has a double spread card because of the amount of options available, along with more options and their catalogue numbers, should you want to buy more stuff from Battlefront. And then we get, right, let's do this right way around. We get the Medium Tank Company HQ card. And then we get Panzer II platoon, Panzer III platoon, and then the divisional support in the way of the 37mm Tank Hunter. And then with the French force, you get the formation card, a little card covering their rules, and then we get the Suma, or is that Soma? Anyway, it's French, so the S-35 HQ, the S-35 Combat Platoon, then the Hotchkiss H-39 platoon, and the Motor Fusiliers platoon. So again, as I said earlier, both forces are more tank orientated as opposed to the Dunkirk, which is more infantry orientated. Put this on the side. Okay, German tank crew. This is a flexible, I won't say resin, but I've got a feeling that this is more of a thermoplastic, similar to Warlord's Resin Plus. But wonderful sculpts, lots of character. Plenty of tank crew. And that is the French equivalent, with the chappie sitting out the back of the turrets, which you often see in illustrations, and then one actually sitting out the hatch itself. So wonderfully sculpted those. They will be fun to paint. And then the French infantry sprue. So we get 2 of these. on the sprue we get 2 light machine guns, 1 heavy machine gun, and we get a light mortar with its bipod, so that's 50mm, and then we get an 80mm mortar with crew. We seem to get around 25 figures on the sprue, but what we do get also is the 2 grenade launchers, the rifle mounted grenades. So, oh, and we get a 3rd machine gun as well. Do we get another machine gun there? Yeah, officer, NCO types. So wonderful. Again, it's the first time I've seen French in 15mm. And these look like wonderful sculpts. And we get 2 of those for a full strength platoon. And onto the Panzer III in this kit, which will also make the Stug. So we get 3 different weapon arrangements for the Panzer III, including the F, which is known as the Daka Panzer to bolt action players. As said in the Dunkirk review, it looks like I won't be gluing the hull tops to the hull base, as it means I'll be able to swap the hulls to give me either Panzer IIIs or Stugs. As I said, we get 4 of those. And more Germans with the Panzer II or the Panzer IIA. As far as I'm aware, in game there's no real difference between the two. So it is pretty much down to where the hatches were more than anything else. A wonderful, wonderful little kit with lots of detail. It's interesting to see that they've got, for want of a better phrase, the crew compartment textured, which I'm assuming means that we will get some of the open-topped Panzer II variants, such as the Marder, at some point in plastic. And now, the Suma. Please, if I am mispronouncing that, please let me know in the comments. So there's only one version that can be built from this, really. But you do get a couple of hatch options, including the fully domed hatch. We're seeing some photos. There's not really much to say about this. It's wonderfully detailed and very, very well cast. So we get 5 of these. So that's a 2-tank HQ and a 3-tank troop. And the little H35 or H39. Again, there's only slight differences. I don't think there is a difference in game, although there are 2 weapon versions. So it looks like one is the Hotchkiss machine gun, and the other, this one here, is the smaller low velocity anti-tank gun or infantry support howitzer, and remnant from World War One, because they were expecting trenches and acknowledging how small the tank was. We get a little trench crossing sled to mount on the back. So we get a couple of rare exhaust and louvre options as well, which is a nice touch. And then we get, as I said earlier, we get the Pack 36, which comes with the later, well, we get a couple of different options for the guns, including the longer barrel and the later or mid-war adoption, which gave you more of a heat weapon, and of course the option to make the Nebelwerfer. So we get 2 of those, and 2 full crews for them, including officer. So all in all, as expected from Battlefront, we get a lot of models for not a lot cash wise. So I will be following these up soon with some painting videos, although the German tanks were at this point all grey. So, of course, with them being grey and fast moving, gave the German tanks, particularly Rommel's, under Rommel's command, the nickname Ghost Division, which of course fans of Sabaton will be familiar with. So, see you all soon.